recording, يلا. Yeah, recording has started. Let's see. اوكي، الصوت واضح الشاشة والصوت يا صبايا اونلاين؟
واضح دكتورة.
اوكي جود. All right, you guys. So with this part, we have concluded the first half of your book, which includes Unit 1 and Unit 2. Okay? زي ما قلت لكم next week بعتذر منكم يا الطلاب اللي معي online, you will not be joining us next week because it will only be practical in class. Okay? So next week ما راح افتح التيمز لانه ما في مجال تعملوا معنا البراكتس اللي حيكون في الصف.
ان شاء الله انا باجي لانه الفتره هذه ظروفي صعبه عشان هيك بس قاعد بدبر في ابني فراح ارجع لاحضر الكلاس ان شاء الله.
اوكي جود. بنشوفكم هناك اذا بتقدروا تيجوا. Alright you guys. So the second part we're still talking about consecutive interpreting. What does consecutive interpreting means? Yes, Noor? Good job. It's when an interpreter listens to a bunch of a speech, okay, and then rephrase it or reinterpret it in another language. Very nicely put, Jan. Okay, so same as you said, the interpreter listens to a chunk of speech, then produces it in another language. We said that it contained two phases, the listening phases and the reformulation phase. The listening phase entitled good listening or accurate listening and note taking. And the reformulation phase entitles the reproduction of what I listened to, what I wrote down in symbols and signs, and re-say it, okay, in another language. Okay, and the skills needed by the interpreters are memory. The interpreter should have a good memory that retains the information. What does retain mean? يحفظ, exactly. To keep note-taking language, note-taking, a good hand, shorthand note-taking, okay, using symbols and signs. Language proficiency, we said that an interpreter is not like a translator. An interpreter should be proficient in both languages. Both languages should be as native as the other, okay? And public speaking, an interpreter should be a good speaker, okay? So this is a recap. شو يعني recap? Revision. Yes, it's a recap, a revision of what we talked about in the first part, okay? We will continue with this part talking about advanced listening technique, okay? How to improve your listening technique to become a good interpreter. So we have what we call active listening. What does active listening mean? To listen, to understand, to be vigilant. شو يعني vigilant? Attentive, okay, منتبه, all right? Anticipation, what does it mean, anticipation? Prediction, توقع, okay? شو يعني? It means that an interpreter, before going to do the interpreting job, should know what the subject is and should have done research about the subject that they will talk about, okay? And chunking information, what does it mean? Yes, تجزئة المعلومات in order to be able to memorize them and put them in the right spot within the memory. Okay? So these are the three main points of advanced listening techniques. This is how you enhance your listening techniques. طيب, let's take them one at a time. We have active listening in interpreting. This focuses on meaning rather than the words. The words are not important. What is important to reproduce is the meaning, okay? If the speaker is using complex words, when I interpret it, I don't need to use the same complex words, okay? I need to show the meaning using as simple as words as possible so that the audience, the other part, can understand me, okay? Identify key points and structure. And this is important. If you remember last time we did something called memory map, okay? So we put the first theme, the biggest theme, and then we said that there is theme 1, theme 2, theme 3, and each theme has its own words associated with it, mind mapping, okay? Recognize tone and intent. إذا بتتذكروا كمان حكينا if somebody is excited during the speech, the interpreter needs to mimic. شو يعني mimic? إيه؟ يقلد, yes. He or she needs to mimic the excitement, the anger, the stress, okay, of the interpreter in order to send these emotions to the listener, okay? So طبعا في شيء ثاني حكيناه إنه if someone curses, it's up to the interpreter to decide, should I curse or should I tone it down? Okay? So, we have a speech by the UN representative. Okay? He will talk about something. Listen to it carefully. Okay? Try to know what's the main topic that he will talk about. If there are key points, find them. There may be less than 3 key points لأنه كتير short, the speech is short, okay? And look at the speaker's tone. How is the speaker's tone, okay? So قبل ما نبلش بس اللي معي online بس أكدوا لي إنكم سامعين الصوت منيح. Let me just see إذا هذا الساوند تبعي على الآخر واصل. لا. أوكي. هاي آخر شيء. قولوا لي إذا سامعين.
Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen.
مسموع دكتورة.
مسموع؟ Perfect. Okay. Good job. Now هدوء كامل. Listen to it. Yeah, listen.
Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen. Our world is in a whirlwind. We are in an era of epic transformation, facing challenges unlike any we have ever seen. Challenges that demand global solutions. Yet, geopolitical divisions keep deepening. The planet keeps heating. Wars rage with no clue how they will end. And nuclear posturing and new weapons cast a dark shadow. We are edging towards the unimaginable, a power keg that risks engulfing the world. Meanwhile, 2024 is the year that half of humanity goes to the poles, and half of humanity will be affected. I stand before you in this whirlwind, convinced of two overriding truths. First, the state of our world is unsustainable. We can't go on like this. And second, the challenges we face are solvable. But that requires us to make sure the mechanisms of international problem solving actually solve problems. The Summit of the Future was a first step, but we have a long way to go. And getting there requires confronting three major drivers of unsustainability. A world of impunity, where violations and abuses threaten the very foundation of international law and UN Charter. A world of inequality, where injustices and grievances threaten to undermine countries or even push them over the edge. And a world of uncertainty, where unmanaged global risks threaten our future in unknowable ways. These worlds of impunity, inequality, and uncertainty are connected and colliding. Excellencies, the level of impunity in the world is politically indefensible and morally intolerable. Today, a growing number of governments and others feel entitled to get out of jail free card. They can trample international law. They can violate the United Nations Charter. They can turn a blind eye to international human rights conventions.
Okay. Did you listen? We will rehear it again, okay? ولكن give me 1 second. I need to go bring شو اسمه a speaker, okay? 1 second. Let's hear it with a better sound. You heard it the first time. Let's try to hear it a second time. هو مش أمريكي أو بريطاني. هو I think he's Spanish of origin. So his English is a little bit broken, okay? But it's the job of an interpreter to know broken English, okay? Okay, let me check just. Just 1 second, bear with me. بس بدي أحاول أشبك الصوت. إيه؟ خلونا نحاول نلاقيها anyway. هيها. Connecting. Okay. طيب. Let's try to re-listen. You guys, اللي معي اونلاين بس كمان مرة اكدوا لي انكم سامعين الصوت.
أنا سامعة.
لا لحظة هلا بدي احطه. مسموع؟
لا راح.
صوت الفيديو لا.
صوت الفيديو مسموع؟
لا دكتورة راح.
هيك كيف؟ سامعين شيء؟
لا
نو؟ طيب هبعت لكم Can I? Is it possible to send the طيب let me check if it's possible to send you the video on chat. Talk ball news around the world. Stream. Let's try to just file. Upload from this device. هاي. اوكي هاي الفيديو عم بسوي لكم اياه ابلود على الشات عندكم. اوكي listen to it من عندكم. alright. Oh wait. اوكي لحظة بالله اسمعوا لي يا كمان مرة هون. اسمعوا لي إذا بتسمعوا.
We are in an era of epic transformation.
طلع.
خلاص تمام. اوكي good. Yes ما هي اونلاين بيطلع. اوكي so listen carefully. Okay no talking يا نور. يلا let's listen. Go.
Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, our world is in a whirlwind. We are in an era of epic transformation, facing challenges unlike any we have ever seen. Challenges that demand global solutions. Yet, geopolitical divisions keep deepening.
Wait.
The planet keeps heating.
مش شابك لحظة. مش شابك. Oh my God, technology sucks. يا ربي. لا اللي اونلاين سامعين لانه
راح الصوت.
صوت. يلا عم نحاول نجيب
Like these.
Give me 1 second, you guys.
The summit of the future was a first step, but we have a long way to go. And a world of impunity, where violations and abuses threaten the very foundation of international law and UN Charter. A world of inequality, where injustices and grievances threaten to undermine countries or even push them over the edge.
دكتورة الصوت بيروح وبرجع.
بعرف عم نحاول نشبكه، مش مشكلة، خلوه يمشي بس قبل ما أشوف الكونكشنز تبعته.
A growing number of governments and others feel entitled to get out of jail free card. They can trample international law. They can violate the United Nations Charter. They can turn a blind eye to international human rights conventions.
Yes, he's talking about that.
Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen,
Just a second, voice, I need to hear.
is in a whirlwind.
Sabaya, I need to
We are
hear
in
it.
an era of epic transformation, facing challenges and
طيب مش ضابط، خلص. حاولوا تقدموا انتوا اللي عندي هون، قدموا لقدام.
like any we have ever seen. Challenges that demand global solution.
طيب يو جايز، رح ارجع احطه كمان مرة، اوكي؟ من الجي بي ال. شوفوا لي اذا بتسمعوه انتوا اونلاين، اذا لا شوفوه من اللينك اللي بعثت لكم اياه.
ما في
صوت.
ايه
ما في صوت.
هيك مش سامعين؟
لا.
good job me. نرجع نعمل شير، هي include sound وهي share screen, and now you should be hearing it. Please tell me that you're hearing it.
Posturing and new weapons cast
مسموع
the
دكتورة.
dark
مسموع؟
هلا.
good. طيب.
مسموع.
We're gonna repeat it, okay? And what you're gonna do is write down the main topic of what he's saying. قربي ملبينا هون كمان عشان تسمعوا منيح. It's still recording, صح؟ Okay, all right. So listen carefully to what he's saying. Try to note down some major points, key points, okay?
Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, our world is in a whirlwind. We are in an era of epic transformation, facing challenges unlike any we have ever seen. Challenges that demand global solutions. Yet, geopolitical divisions keep deepening. The planet keeps heating. Wars rage with no clue how they will end. And nuclear posturing and new weapons cast a dark shadow. We are edging towards the unimaginable, a power keg that risks engulfing the world. Meanwhile, 2024 is the year that half of humanity goes to the polls, and half of humanity will be affected. I stand before you in this whirlwind, convinced of two overriding truths. First, the state of our world is unsustainable. We can't go on like this. And second, the challenges we face are solvable. But that requires us to make sure the mechanisms of international problem solving actually solve problems. The Summit of the Future was a first step, but we have a long way to go. And getting there requires confronting three major drivers of unsustainability. A world of impunity, where violence... Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen.
Wait.
Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen.
طيب خلص لحديت هون. صبر. Okay. All right, so what do you think is the main topic اللي معي اونلاين؟ اذا بدكم تشاركوا ارفعوا ايديكم. Yes, نور. Extermination of شو الكلمة؟ Facing children in the Middle East. Okay. Challenge in شو الكلمة؟ لا شو الكلمة بعد in؟ Global solution. Okay. Yes, Bayan.
Challenges that demand global solutions.
Challenges that demand global solutions. Okay. حكى إنه we have multiple challenges that face our world. Okay. وكان بده يحكي على two main challenges. Yes, Iman.
إنه sorry wait in the state of our world is unsuitable. We cannot
Unsustainable.
and we cannot go on like this. The second thing he's talk about the challenges we face in the world.
Challenges. انت challenges سمعتيها child.
Challenges.
Challenges. Yes.
كتير.
Malak, do you have something else?
Yes, they needed to find the solutions for the global challenges and how the wars and the weapons threaten the stability of the world.
Yes. We have to find solution and we have to find solutions for the wars that are happening around us. Okay? كل هذا انتم ما سمعتوا. Yes. النقطة الثانية exactly. شو بيقول آخر شيء؟ بيقول إنه some countries find themselves above the law. Okay, they can do whatever they want. Yes. ما هو عم بيحكي على كل المشاكل والchallenges اللي عم بتصير في 2024. Okay. This international convention, I think it was done after the Gaza war. Okay. All right. Good. يعني the what? Exactly. How was the tone of the speaker? Concerned, a little bit angry. You could hear it in his vocals. Okay. And this is what the interpreter needs to convey. Okay. لما يقول some countries find themselves above the law. Okay. He needs to interpret it. وبعض الدول okay. Pause. تجد نفسها بأنها فوق القانون. Okay. So مطوا اختصروا شددوا. Okay. You have to convey the emotions of the speaker. Okay. Good.
Excellencies,
بعدين.
excellencies,
ولا
ladies.
طيب. The second thing we will talk about is anticipation. حكينا التوقع. Okay. To anticipate what is going to be said through research. Prior research. يعني prior من قبل مسبقة. Okay. Predict likely content based on context. عادة every interpreter who goes to a convention or a big convention like this, okay, or a big meeting, they get the speeches of the participants. They study them, and if there are words that they don't know, they go and look for them, do their research, okay? And the topic also that they will talk about, they need to research it in order for them to be ready if any one of these speakers deviate from the original speech. Okay? شو يعني deviate؟ بيطلع أو بينحرف عن النص الأصلي وبيدخل معلومات إضافية. So the interpreter needs to be ready. Okay? Prepare for potential vocabulary and themes. All right? And it reduces cognitive load. شو يعني cognitive load؟ ضغط على الذاكرة، ضغط على الدماغ. Okay? During interpretation. All right? chunking النقطة الثالثة اللي حكينا فيها اللي هي تجزئة المعلومات chunking of information. It's breaking down information into manageable units. يعني manageable units yes وحدات صغيرة، معلومات صغيرة يمكن تذكرها بسهولة. Okay? Helps with both comprehension and memory. Okay? Allows for more efficient note taking. كل ما جزأتوا المعلومة كل ما كان سهل عليكم تاخذوا notes وتحولوها لشو؟ لسيمبلز. لأن إذا تذكروا المرة الماضية لما كنا عم ناخذ نوتس كنا نحاول نحول بعض النوتس لسيمبلز لتكون أسهل لما نيجي نحط النوتس. هون حكينا عن الادفانس listening skills وتكنيكس. What do we need to do or what do we need to prepare ourselves with in order to be ready when the listening part starts? Okay? So we have something also called advanced note-taking technique. What does it mean? It means that you need to develop your own personal system. هلا في common system، في universal system للساينس، okay، في النوت taking، ولكن you can invent your own system that only you will understand, but you need to understand it without forgetting it. Okay? يعني if you use a sign or a shorthand and you don't remember what it is, you will make mistakes. Okay? Vertical note taking. شو يعني vertical note taking؟ مش horizontal.
تدوين النوت، الملاحظات.
Yes, تدوين على وين؟ الهوامش. On the margins. Okay? ومايند مابينج اللي حكينا عنها المرة الماضية، اللي تتخيلوا وتتصوروا البيجست ثيم وشو الثيمز المرتبطة فيه، شو الكلمات اللي بتدخل في كل واحد فيهم. اوكي؟ طيب the first one is developing your personal note-taking system. Combined abbreviations, symbols, and full words. Okay? Consistency is the key for this task. Oopsie daisy. Wait a minute. البطارية عم بتعيد. نلحقها قبل ما تروح. Okay. Consistency. Be consistent. يعني إذا استخدمنا هذا السيمبل أو استخدمنا هذا الابريفيشن أو هاي الكلمة in the beginning, we need to use it or keep using it throughout our note taking. Okay? Should be instantly understandable to you. يعني if you use a symbol or a word or an abbreviation, you need to remember it. Okay? Because if you put it and you just look at it and what did I write here? Okay, you will lose time, you will make mistakes during the interpretation. Okay? Oops. Okay. Vertical note taking. You can use different fonts, capitalization, small letters. You can pinpoint things. You can use bullet points. It's up to you how you do your notes, how you take your notes. Okay? So these are written, for example, on the margin of the paper. شايفين المارجن؟ هاي اللي عليها أحمر. All of these notes are written here if the speech is written on the paper itself or on the computer. Okay? So, write notes from top to bottom, not left to right or right to left. Okay? One idea per line, because it will be confusing if you write more than one idea on the same line. You need to look at it quickly. Therefore, they should be below each other. Okay? وuse indentation. شو يعني indentation؟ يلي عم تاخذوا معي مشروع التخرج. شو يعني indentation؟ مين بيعرف فيكم اونلاين شو يعني indentation؟
I think اللي هي المسافة بين
Yes.
اللي
كمل
حكيتينا
معي.
لازم تكون أول إشي لما نبلش في أي إشي يكون في مسافة.
Exactly. An indentation is the space that you leave in each paragraph for the first sentence. And that's how you write your research paper. Okay? Each paragraph should have an indentation. Okay? Between ideas. Okay. Mind mapping تذكروا اللي مرة حطينا general theme بالنص حطينا themes اللي بتطلع منه الكلمات themes الكبير themes الصغير والكلمات اللي associated with it. Okay? So center the theme in the middle, the biggest theme, the idea, the main goal in the middle. Branch out subtopics while use colors and symbols for quick recognition. هاي انت بتسووها المايند مابينج بتسووها قبل ما يبلشوا السبيتش during your research process. Okay? To make it easier for you when you interpret to glance at them. شو يعني glance? Look, yeah, to look at them when you do your interpretation. Okay? خلصنا من شو؟ من الادفانس نوت تيكينج. سو حكينا عن الادفانس listening, advanced note taking, وعندنا هون شو؟ advanced memory techniques. Okay? So we have something called visualization in your mind's eye. Okay? You visualize شو بسموها بالعربي؟ تتصوروا. Okay? Association بتربطوا بتشبكوا المعلومات اللي عم تعملوا لها visualization. the method of low-key. We will look at it. Okay? اللي يسموها بالعربي نظرية رحلة الذاكرة. الذاكرة تبعيتكم it goes on a journey in your mind to retrieve the information that you have. Okay? The first one to visualize is to create mental images. لما الكلمة تشبكوها بصورة بصير أسهل عليكم تتذكروا هاي الكلمة. Okay? Link abstract idea to concrete images. يعني مثلا the sadness of weapons. Okay? What can you visualize? Give me an image that portrays the sadness of owning a weapon. War. Damage. An image of damage. Yes. killed people on the floor. Okay? These are all images that you associate with ideas. Okay? Enhances recall. تسترجعوا المعلومة، بيزيد من قدرتكم على استرجاع المعلومة. During reformulation يلي هي إعادة ترتيب الحكي اللي بدكم تطلعوه باللغة التانية. Okay? This is visualization. Association technique. شو حكينا association means؟ ربط المعلومات ببعضها. Okay? So link new information to existing knowledge. ليش مهم؟ You already as an interpreter, for example, an interpreter in environment, you already have some knowledge, some information about the environment, okay? But when you do more research for a specific topic that is going to be talked about in a convention, you will add more words, more ideas, and you will link them to what you already know in your memory and knowledge, okay? Create memorable connection. روابط سهلة تتذكروها، ما تعقدوا حالكم، اوكي؟ لما تربطوا اشياء مع بعضها اربطوها بطريقة سهلة لتذكرها. helps with recalling complex and technical information. وهي بيستخدموها كتير the interpreters who are specialized in the sciences and technology. Okay? Imagine a familiar place. أو خلينا نشوف أول شيء what is the method of Loki. Okay? عشان نفهم شو يعني لما دماغكم يروح برحلة لحاله عشان يفتش على الكلمات يلي بيحتاجها. Alright?
The memory palace is a technique to remember facts, numbers, or other things, like a shopping list. It has been around since ancient times and is also known as the method of Loki. Here is how it works. Close your eyes and imagine some sort of familiar physical space, like your house, school, or office, and then add a mental image of the thing you want to remember. To remember a bunch of things, you can use different rooms and visualize how you would walk through that space following the same specific route. As you walk through, place the things you want to remember at specific locations. Ideally, imagining things in a funny or crazy way also helps to remember. Once we have placed all items that we want to remember, our memory palace is complete.
Okay, so now you know what is a memory palace or the method of Loki. You imagine a space that you are familiar with, like your house, for example. You know how many rooms there are. You know how to go from one room to another, okay? In each room, you place a specific topic or theme, all right? And you walk through these rooms, walk through these topics and collect the information you need, the words you need throughout your journey within these rooms, okay? Until you complete your journey and you have acquired all the words you need to use during the interpreting process, okay? This type of training or exercise to the mind is done before doing an interpreting or an interpretation, okay? You train your mind to retrieve urgent information that you need during the process of interpreting, okay?
The memory palace.
All right. Now we finished the advanced memory, we will talk about the advanced reformulation technique. يعني reformulation إعادة تشكيل يلي بده ينحكى باللغة الثانية، okay? So we either do what we ليش? Because we said that we focus on the meaning rather than the word. Okay? So we can do paraphrasing, summary, or dealing and مش or dealing with cultural references. Okay? If we do paraphrasing, we restate the idea in our own words. Okay? يعني if the speaker uses complex words, we don't need to use those complex words. We can find alternative words that are easier, simpler for the listener to hear and understand. Useful when extracting or when exact translation is challenging, okay? While maintains meaning while adapting the form. Meaning, this is the most important point. Summarizing, we condense lengthy passages. يعني مرات كتير بتلاحظوا انه المترجم الفوري اللي بيترجم وراء الشخص بيكون هداك الشخص الاصلي عم بيحكي 5 دقائق، بيجي المترجم الشفوي بيترجم في دقيقتين كل يلي حكى. اوكي؟ So he's doing what we call a condensation. تكنيز المعلومة. Okay? Identify and convey key points why it's useful for managing time constraints. All right? وآخر شيء dealing with cultural references, recognize cultural specific elements. That's why it's important for you to do research as interpreters. Okay? Decide whether to explain, adapt, or omit. يعني explain تشرح adapt يتكيف أو يكيف cultural reference بإشي ثاني. or omit تحذف. اوكي؟ بما لا يؤثر على المعنى. Balance accuracy with audience understanding. Okay? يلا activity. How would you interpret these cultural reference for a foreign audience? Let the cat out of the bag. That costs an arm and a leg. Break a leg. Well, it's not my cup of tea. How can you explain, add, or omit, or adapt and omit these cultural references? يلا 2 minutes. Go.
دكتورة عندنا مبينة الأجوبة.
ايش ايمان؟
عندنا مبينة الأجوبة.
مش سامعة، علي صوتك.
عندنا مبينة الأجوبة. لأن السكند سلايد مبينة عندنا. لأن عندك أنت لما حطيتينا على الفيديو ضل في النكست السلايد بتكون جنب جنب الرئيسية.
هيك بينوا؟
لا هسه بعرفش عند البنات كلهم زي عندي ولا بس أنا. I don't know.
على فكرة هلا انتبهت لما حكت.
طيب خلاص مش مشكلة. ما تحكوا إذا.
بس دكتورة أنا بعرف آخر تنتين أما أول تنتين لا.
اوكي طيب هي عندك الشرح تبعها عشان هلا تصيري تعرفي. بس it shouldn't show عندكم حتى لو حطينا فيديو غريب. Let me check again. هيك لساتها مبينة؟
لا راحت.
لا هيك
راحت.
اوكي. بدكم تعملوا ترجمة of course. It's an interpretation. اقرأ شو اسمه السؤال منيح يا بيان. How would you interpret؟ شو يعني interpret؟ ترجمة. visualize something quiet while writing. Okay. يلا يعني 30 seconds and then we will continue.
أنا ما عندي صورة بالمرة.
ايش انهار؟
ما عندي صورة بالمرة.
ما عندك صورة؟
لا.
يكون عندك مشكلة في الانترنت، جربي اطلعي وارجعي ادخلي على شو اسمه
يلا هلا بشوف.
على الاجتماع كمان.
تمام يلا.
All right, you guys, يلا. Let the cat out of the bag. Yeah? بح ما في جعبتك. Nice one.
طلع
افشي
المخبى.
السر. Yes, إيمان.
طلع المخبى. تزبط؟
ايش إيمان؟
طلع المخبى.
علي صوتك مش سامع.
طلع المخبى.
صوتك بعيد إيمان.
طيب.
بتقول طلع المخبى.
طلع المخبى. Yes, yes. Okay. That costs an arm and a leg. إيه؟ سيكلفك حياتك. أوكي. إيه؟ باهظ الثمن. أوكي. مين عنده شيء ثاني؟ يس ملاك.
بحكي كتير غالي.
إيه كتير غالي. أوه يس بالعامة. يس. أوكي.
بدك تبيع اللي فوقك واللي تحتك.
يس بدك تبيع اللي فوقك واللي تحتك عشان تحصله. يس يس. أوكي. break a leg. الله يوفقك بالتوفيق. موفق. نتمنى لك طريقا خضراء. اوكي جود. والله حافظين. It's not my cup of tea. مش من ذوقي.
ما بيناسبني.
مش من اهتماماتي. ايش إيمان؟
ما بيناسبني.
ما بيناسبني. Not my business بالانجليزي هذا بس. مش شغلتي. اوكي مش ستايلي. يس جود جوب. الأولى مثلا كشفتر من غير قصد مثلا تقول فضح الأمر أو فلت الحبل من إيده. بالغ الثمن يكلف بيت أبوه. اوكي بكلفه بيت أبوه. حتى عندنا لو بعت حالي وبعت أولادي وبعت عيلتي وهذا ما بحصل حقه. حظا سعيدا او اتمنى لك التوفيق او لا يناسبني ليس من ذوقي ليس على مزاجي. اوكي. managing stress and fatigue. شو يعني fatigue؟ ارهاق. اوكي so recognize signs of stress and fatigue. شو هي الساينز؟ عرق، تأتأة، حرارة، بتغير لونه، هالات سوداء من الإرهاق. Yes. Techniques for maintaining focus هلا بنحكي عنها. Importance of self-care. Okay. An interpreter, a translator is a very stressful job. Lots of interpreters faint exactly during the interpreting process because they are so much under stress, especially when they are in very big conventions like the UN, like the شو اسمه الكونفنشنز الثانية الكبيرة العالمية اللي بيكون فيها آلاف مؤلفة من الناس. Okay. So the first one is the sign of interpreter stress and fatigue, it increases errors and omissions. Difficulty concentrating, that's why they make mistakes, okay? And they have physical symptoms like headache, tension, and all what we talked about earlier, okay? The other things are the techniques for maintaining focus, deep breath, take deep breathing exercises, okay, what they call the yogi breath, mini meditation during breaks, okay, while staying hydrated and energized. Always have energy bars, chocolate or whatever with you during breaks. You can eat them, okay? Self-care for interpreter, regular breaks, proper nutrition and hydration, while exercise and stress reduction activities. You will find actually, which is really funny, during interpreting conferences, people jogging in the hallway. شو jogging? بيركضوا, okay? People doing push-ups during breaks. These are the interpreters who are maintaining their health, okay? Oops, just a second. راحت انهار ما قدرتش ادخلها. طيب no problem. Ethical challenges. We're almost done. Okay? Some ethical challenges دائما وين ما بتروحوا في أي نمط من أنماط الترجمة سواء كانت ترجمة شفهية أو ترجمة مكتوبة, there are always ethical consideration to take care of. Okay? Maintain impartiality. شو يعني impartiality? عدم الانحياز. Do not be biased. Okay? Handling sensitive information. How to handle sensitive information because they are confidential. You are sworn to secrecy sometimes. Okay? While dealing with the errors. If you make an error, say that you made an error. Don't say, I don't know, I didn't do an error. Okay? I didn't do a mistake. Okay, maintain impartiality, interpret content without adding personal views. Okay? Be aware of tone and body language while handle potentially offensive content professionally. You, like we said before, if someone of the speakers curse or say something inappropriate, you are entitled to choose whether to interpret it or not. If it's very offensive, you need to take care of your audience. So you will not translate it. Or you can find lesser equivalents, okay? You can tone the inappropriateness down. Go. Okay. Handling sensitive information, understand confidentiality. شو يعني confidentiality? Secrecy, سرية. Okay? Requirements. Know when and how to seek clarification. شو يعني clarification? توضيح. Be prepared for emotionally challenging contents. Okay? Whether it's LGBTQ content, whether it is molestation, rape, yeah? Religion, okay? Be prepared when you want to interpret these types of topics. Dealing with error, recognize when you've made an error, okay? مش آخر الدنيا. You can apologize. Strategies for correction while learning from your mistake. Yeah. Ethical scenario. Discuss in group how you would handle these scenarios. The speaker says something you know is factually incorrect. خطأ في المعلومة. اوكي؟ كيف بدكم تتصرفوا وانتم عم تعملوا الانتربريتيشن لما تسمعوا انه في معلومة خاطئة عم بيحكيها السبيكر. You realize you've mistranslated an important figure. يعني بدل ما تقولوا انه شحنا مليون وحدة سلاح تقولوا شحنا 1000 وحدة سلاح بتقولوا شحنا مليون وحدة سلاح. دخلت في حرب عالمية ثالثة. اوكي؟ The content being interpreted goes against your personal beliefs. All right? Team Noor Bayan, take the first one. Team Mariam Yasmin, take the second one. Team Malvina Malak, take the third one. You guys online, choose anyone you want and talk about it, okay? You have 2 minutes. Discuss in English, you guys. I don't want to hear any word in Arabic. In English. One more minute. إنجليزي بيان، إنجليزي. All right, يلا. Who from the online took the first scenario? أنهار، إيمان، بيان، سحاب، ملاك. مين اختار السيناريو؟ نرسيان، مين اختار السيناريو الأول؟
أنا اخترت الثاني.
لا الأول أنا عم بحكي، اللي اختار الأول يرفع يده. طيب نور بيان, let's hear you. What's your take? I will interpret it as the original speech. So you will interpret it as is. Okay, okay. There won't be enough time to correct them. You can, however, what? Yes, you can add a comment at the end to let the speaker know that he or she made a mistake. Okay, very nicely put. Second one, مين أخذ الثاني؟ Online ارفعوا إيديكم. Okay, let's hear first Yasmin and Mariam. Say that you made a mistake and apologize. Say that you made a mistake and apologize. If you have time, fix it. Learn from your mistake. Copy paste النقاط اللي قبل. Okay. All right, Iman, go.
While translating the correct figure, I then gave him a proof of what I said so that he could be assured and thanks me for helping him without impressing him.
Thank me for helping them without impressing them.
I mean, إنه يعني while translating, I say the correct figure, so then give him a proof
so
of
you
what?
change the number.
Yes, and then
السؤال إيمان ركزي على السؤال. السؤال إنه أنت الانتربريتر you did the mistake. مش السبيكر.
oh
ركزوا بالسؤال يا جماعة ركزوا. Okay. All right. The third one مين أخذ the third one من اللي معي online؟ ملاك. Let's hear ملاك first.
The content being interpreted goes in against your personal beliefs. I will say that I don't agree with that, but I have to translate it as I can here for you.
Okay, you don't agree with the content, but you will translate it. Okay, good. Yes, Malvina. Say it another way that doesn't go against what you believe. But هيك you altered. Okay, just translate it. It doesn't matter if you believe it or not. You will get paid at the end. If you don't translate it, you will not get paid. Okay? All right. Not bad, you guys. Okay, the first one, interpret the statement as that do not correct or contradict the speaker. If appropriate, inform the client privately after the session. Okay? The second one, correct the errors immediately, briefly apologize for the mistake and provide the correct information clearly. آخر وحدة, maintain neutrality, do not be biased, okay? And professionalism, interpret accurately without altering the messages. النقطة الأولى تبعتكم خاطئة, okay? Because you will change the meaning if you use it. Avoid adding personal opinions or showing disapproval. شو يعني? The LGBT community. Okay? Deeply uncomfortable discuss with your employer. قولوا لهم إنه I don't want to take this job. Okay? Lastly, technology used in consecutive learning. You can use digital note-taking tools now. Okay, they are available. Translation memory software, and you can work remotely. Okay, remote interpreting platform. And that, you guys, is the end of Unit 2, Part 2, and the whole bunch. Okay? So I'll see you, inshallah, next week for our practical session. All right. Thank you, guys. And I'll see you next week, inshallah.
يعطيك العافية دكتور.
الله يعافيكم.